Hi everybody, this is Tanya Pizzolato of Sharing Tarot. We have a reading for you this week with 3 piles. It's does your ex think about you and what do they feel about you? So let's ring the bell, bring in lovely energy. And the first pile here, we have the Halloween Tarot with a carnelian stone. So this is pile number 1. Pile number 2 is the Bohemian Gothic with labradorite palm stone. And we have the Everyday Witch Tarot here with a clear quartz palm stone. So take a moment, meditate, and you can pause the video here to decide which pile you want to pick. You can pick 1, 2, or all 3. And pick, take what resonates. Because these are general readings. They're meant for many people, each pile. So there will be many messages coming in. So take what feels right for you, for your situation. Okay, so let's go over here to the middle. And we will start with pile number 1. The Everyday Halloween and the Carnelian Palm Stone. Get that out of our way. Shuffle. Yes, and it is the time of Halloween, so I wanted things, a little Halloween-y. This definitely wanted to come through. So we have this in reverse, 8 of Ghost. So, yes, your ex does think about you. And the problem for your ex, it could be male, female, doesn't matter, is they really wanted to make something work with you. But they just felt that they couldn't or they weren't worth it. See if I can get that more clear. And this 8 of Ghosts says they really didn't want to walk away, but they just felt so incapable of giving you what you needed, what you wanted, and they really wanted to make this work. I mean, this magician is all about manifesting what you want, using all your abilities. But, this person just really felt like they didn't have it. They didn't have what you needed or should have. Our minds really mess with ourselves. And I feel like that's what happened to this person. They felt like you had just so many options that they just really weren't the right ones for you. The thing I'm getting most here is insecurity. They just felt you had so many options. 6 of Imps. And I think this was reversed, but I grabbed it. So they just did not feel like a winner in any way. They had the passion for you. They had the caring for you. But they just really... I've got such a strong feeling of such insecurity in their mind. Their mind playing so many tricks and games with them. Five of Ghost. Oh, yes, absolutely. Five of Ghost in reverse. It's all about feeling isolated and alone. And they just couldn't. They couldn't look to get out of this. It's just such a deep feeling in them. You know they have friends. They know they're very popular. But when it came to romance and you, they just felt like they couldn't connect with you, that they were just so lost. Three of Ghost. And they were afraid that someone would come take you away from them, and or that they thought maybe you were stepping out on them. We'll be, getting more cards to clear up things. Knight of Ghost. They truly had good intentions. They just didn't have it in them to give it to you because they don't believe in themselves. This person, has a very younger energy about them. They may be older, but the insecurity that's in them, it could have been so inbred in them through their parents. The Hanged Man. And they really just couldn't get any different perspective on themselves. Or that you would be true to them. That's the sad part. Yes, this person thinks about you a lot. The Star. And, they are still hoping for you and them to be together. This is their deepest desire, is really for you guys to be together. It's a very strong Aquarius energy here. The Chariot. So they still hope and desire for you guys to get back together. And I get a feeling that they are working on their head and constantly thinking of ways to get back with you. Because they want another shot at a relationship with you. You guys may have moved on to other people, but you are the one person they think about still. And they want to be with you. They want to make it work. I want to clear up this Three of Ghost. If you were stepping out on them. Eight of Pumpkins. Yes, you feel very good about who you are. That's a thing that you guys did not have in common at all. You felt very comfortable in your own skin. You felt attractive. You felt deserving. And they didn't. But I don't think you were. For some of you, maybe you were stepping out. But overall, in this pile, I don't think most of you were. Three of Bats. So Three of Swords. Yeah, their heart is very broken. Between this Eight of Ghosts, which is Eight of Cups, and the Magician, their heart was always breaking because they wanted so much to be with you. And they didn't have it to give the relationship. They didn't have the self-esteem, the belief in themselves. Page of Pumpkins. Here is that young energy I've been feeling. You know, they feel you had so many suitors at any time that you could have anybody you wanted. And this lacking of victory of their deserving to be with you. And you are solid, grounded, down to earth, but with this youthful, vibrant energy. Good health, kept in shape because it's just who you are. It's something you enjoy. You look good. And they just didn't feel that they could meet your standards. Even though you accepted them for who they were, the Ten of Bats. And they stabbed themselves in the back. They felt stabbed in the back. I'd say their parents did a lot of this stabbing in the back. The thing about, childhood, it lasts throughout your life. You hear these tapes of what your parents say to you throughout your life. And especially when it's such horrible things. And that's what I've been having a strong feeling of. Yes, this isolated and this betrayal. Just feeling a constant battle between you two. You tried to make them know that you really cared about them, but they just wouldn't believe it. And you were very nurturing to them, but they just couldn't see it. Look at all this. There's a lot of passion between you two. Seven of Wands. Even though this is like, you had to put your a line in the ground saying, hey, I can't be around all this negativity all the time. I really want us to work out. On the High Priestess, your intuition was always very on in this relationship, but it still didn't help the relationship. And they didn't trust their own intuition. Because, if they would think clearly, they would realize you thought well of them too. So let's get some more cards. Get some more what feelings. So this is our Gothic Beauty. Rare Gem. They always knew. This is absolutely how they feel about you. Then and now. That you are a rare gem. A diamond in the rough. New ground. They just think all these wonderful things about you. That you're a rare gem. You're the best thing that ever happened to them. Oh, and they still want to be connected to you. They are connected to you in their dreams. They dream about you a lot. Even if they're with a new person, you know, someone they feel is more on their level, they still dream about you. Ascension. And that's over here, that star. And the Chariot. They want to ascend to your level and be with you. Here's the star. And the Chariot. They are working on it. Let's get some more of the darker messages, dark confessions of the soul. Some more nitty-gritty of what went on. I have too much going on to worry about your problems. I think that was when you guys were together. That's how they felt. Because they were worrying about keeping you. I have no more words left to say to you. Oh. I know you should be with someone better than me, but I am being selfish and keeping you in this connection. It hurts when you left me. I had to close my heart to protect myself. So they pretended like they didn't care when you left them, but they did. It hurt them bad. But you really just didn't have a choice. It was just too heartbreaking. So let's get some eye candy confessions. Some of the sweeter feelings. Endurance. They definitely have you in their mind and their soul. You're part of them for the long run. They have a connection to you. And it's been tainted by their mental health. But they really believe you guys have potential. So it's really up to you if you feel that way. They want the commitment with you. So if you're not in a relationship, insight. They have better insight to who they are now. Oh, that is beautiful. They can give you the commitment if you are willing to get back with them too. That is beautiful. So, yeah, they have been working on themselves to feel these better feelings. I want to get a couple of Kiss by the Rose cards. Our love is like a crazy, sexy circus. Yeah, I would say so. Our relationship feels one-sided. It was. When you guys were together, it was. I finally see you. You are stunning. They see your insides as well as your outsides. And they realize how beautiful you are inside and out. And it's so much more important that they see it inside too. That they didn't have to trust your fidelity. So I hope you, pile number one, that you enjoyed this reading. Let's go to pile number two. Just trying to get these cards out of the way. So pile number 2, we have the labradorite with the beautiful blue iridescence in it here. And this is the Gothic, the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. So let's give these a shuffle and start our reading for pile number 2. These have these beautiful pewter sides. Eight of Cups. So we're starting with walking away from this relationship. Page of Wands. He felt your person felt very passionate about you. But so far, I know that they just had to walk away. Knight of Pentacles. They did what they thought was the best thing for the both of you. No matter how much they felt for you and feel for you still, something wasn't working. They didn't feel that they had the resources to give you what you needed and deserved. And they felt maybe you were doing way better than them. And for some of them, they were really hoarding what they did have in resources. They had a very lack of mindset. I think that's why they had to walk away. And you had to walk away too. You couldn't be the only one, putting into this relationship. And they're older and very mature. They have emotionally a lot to give. They're very stable. But I don't know why maybe it was just the times they were feeling so insecure. With the pandemic. But they're very stable. The Queen of Swords. I can't believe they came out to get together. Really. And they just see you as so fierce. So capable. They know you are. I'm going to give a shuffle. The Moon. They felt a lot of things were hidden from them. Like, maybe you just were quiet, didn't talk a lot or whatever, and they had this like, what are they thinking? They let their heads play tricks with them. They are susceptible to the illusions. They just didn't trust their intuition. And they knew you were ready to be home and stable. They wanted you they knew you wanted that commitment. But even though they were, had emotional maturity, I don't think they saw it in themselves. Temperance. So here's some Sagittarius energy. So they saw you as very balanced, but they don't see that in themselves. Let's get some cards to clarify this, because there feels like a lot missing to my intuition right now of these cards. 5 of Wands for this 8 of Cups. They felt you had a lot of suitors still around, that were coming around saying they're your friends, but they felt that they were really competition for your affections. And they didn't want to compete. They just wanted, you to be crazy about them to be crazy about you, just to be easy, King of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. That's funny, 2 court cards together with youth and maturity. Very contradictory. Stability in the material and realm, possessions, money, health, and youth and lust and excitement. And the youth doesn't mean, and the elder here doesn't mean literally age. It means energy. So some contradictory things going on. Then we had the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. No, it's upright. I just couldn't see it right. 8 of Swords. This relationship, they felt trapped by this relationship in their minds. That's very enlightening. When you guys were together, they felt very trapped. And even though they weren't, this is a trapped where it's truly in your mind. The swords are about your mind, your thinking, even your communication. So they couldn't communicate this to you because in their head, they're like thinking, I have to get out of this. I'm not ready for this. Even though they thought they were ready, they thought they were mature, they really weren't. It just wasn't the right timing for them. They didn't want to get trapped yet. They wanted to be with you. I felt like they really wanted the commitment, but then when it was starting to get serious, they got scared. 7 of Swords. So here, they start getting deceitful, planning their strategy. How am I going to get out of this? I am not ready for any of this. That's when I say that's just what they were thinking. They want to feel this freedom of the sun on their skin again. Yes. They did choose you. You embody everything that think is wonderful in a person, but they were not ready for the commitment. Not then. Four of Cups. It would just have them sometimes numb. Laying there numb in their feelings when thinking about it. Just because it was not the right time for them. No matter how passionately they feel about you, their desire for you was truly strong and still there. But fear of being tied down. Yeah, Six of Swords. This is like, gotta get in this boat, get away from this turbulent feelings that they were feeling and get to somewhere smooth. You know, no more crazy feelings. That was what was happening. So let's get some more messages. Pregnancy. Oh, getting pregnant, building a family, giving birth to something. They were terrified. They were so not ready for that. I think they were afraid that you might actually get pregnant just to trap them. Or, you know, some way finagle a commitment out of them. And they would not be able to get out of it. Very interesting. They thought so many great things about you. But just the fear of commitment was so strong. Unrequited, one-sided love, not enough attraction. Feelings are not mutual. Maybe they didn't feel that you were quite as attracted to them as they were you. This person was very up and down, you know. Fights, arguments, creating drama, moments of tension. Yes, I felt like there was a lot of tension there. You were ready for commitment. You were ready to settle down with this person. And they looked like they were ready to you. But they really weren't. The thought of commitment terrified them. Knowing the path, aligning with your purpose, accepting your story, on the right track. That's how they felt when they got in that little boat with the Six of Swords. That was the right path for them to leave and get somewhere where they can have no more worries. But for now, this is how they're feeling. They still have renewed hope, bright future, doing the healing work. So they're working on themselves, but they still hope that there is some opening somewhere someday for you guys. Let's get some cards from this Autumn Delight. Get more clarity. Fidelity. I think they really did not feel ready to give you fidelity. Yes, they wanted it from you, but they didn't feel ready to give that to you. Diligence. dialogue. I think you talked a little bit too much about commitment and that diligence about wanting this commitment from this person, and them still having part of themselves out there in the single world was too much for them. Just spooked them. Shadows. Yeah. They were not ready for the clear path of a good relationship then. Caution, telling them, danger, danger, you will be trapped, get out. Now they have to do this shadow work for them to have a good relationship with you or with anybody. So let's get some dark messages. I am not who I say I am. I am to other people. I pretend to be unbroken to look better. That's really honest. And I think most people do this, pretend to not be broken so they look better. I set serious boundaries because I have severe self-esteem issues. I prefer to be with someone simpler that isn't trying to challenge me to be more. I don't want to grow. That's very accurate to what I'm feeling. They were not ready to grow into this relationship, into the commitment you wanted. Come here. I am not ready to come back to you. I am still thinking about what happened. Because they don't want to they do want to be with you, but they don't want to be with you and still feel like stepping out. I'm really getting this fidelity. They just didn't have fidelity in them at the time. I feel you deserve better than me. We can both agree I am not the right person for you. So they have some pretty honest feelings about what went on in your relationship and who they were, their part in it. That, yes, you really do deserve better than what they were giving you. So let's pick some of the nicer emotions they feel about you. So what I'm really getting in this is that do not take anything that went on in this relationship as you did anything wrong. You didn't. When a person's not ready to commit, they're not ready. When they're not ready to be a one-woman person or one-man person, they're just not ready. And there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing wrong is pretending that you are ready to do it when you're not. Clash. Mismatch. Not a good fit. Irreconcilable differences. Yes. It was truly irreconcilable differences. Because they got into this relationship with you saying they wanted a commitment. But they really didn't have it. They really were not ready for a commitment in any way. See, it says no there. No commitment. Don't have it. They had no desire to be faithful. They think you're hot. But still, admiration, no. Can do no wrong. Put on a pedestal. Inferior, superior relationship. So here's it feeling inferior. and someone feeling superior. Health, no. Toxic situations, depression, stress. Pay attention to your health. So there's a lot of no coming up. And they had you on a pedestal. And they really think that you're hot, that you're great. But they don't have it in them to be in a committed relationship. And this health is not talking about, is showing a heart. And it could be talking about physical health. But I'm thinking it's talking about mental health here. Depression, the stress of feeling this commitment wanted from them. That is a very stressful feeling when someone wants totally different than what you want. Thoughts, yes, head over heart, being introspective, love on the brain. Yes, they did feel love for you. They really did. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't a healthy love. Because it was not what you wanted. Because you deserve to have what you want. Don't put this all on you. Oh, we had a jumper. No. Here we got the Casanova. Natural charm, active love life. Very hard to tame, yeah. When I saw this fidelity card come up, I felt, no, there is not fidelity. They're not ready for that. Here is that cleared up instantly. They were not ready in any way to give you that fidelity. So pile 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And feel better about yourself too, knowing that there was nothing wrong with you. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, now we have pile 3, which is the clear quartz palm stone and the Everyday Witch Tarot, which I gilded with a blue glittering pen. Don't have enough light on in here. Oops, there's still a card out from the last reading. Let's see what pile number 3 has to say. 6 of Swords. So number one thing coming is that your person, yes, they thought of you, but they needed to get away. That is why you guys are not together right now. They needed to get away. They needed no pressure. They needed things to be calm. I don't know if things. We'll get more and find out more and see what was going on. 10 of Swords. Oh, man, they felt betrayal. Serious betrayal. Stabbed in the back. The kind where you just can't get over it ever. And you're not supposed to. because no one's supposed to treat anybody that way. King of Cups. They really had some serious feelings for you, but they felt they were betrayed by you, and they couldn't get over it. There was no way, no how they could forget this betrayal. And they needed they just had to get away. They needed the calm place to be, where no one was going to betray them anymore. We have a reversal of Six of Cups. So I'm getting a feeling that maybe you were still with an ex, or maybe you were not fully committed to them. Either you were sneaking around behind their back with this ex, or you spoke about them too much and they're like, this person's really not here with me. King of Swords. The smart, they really used their brain in this. They did not let their feelings get too much in their way, because the good thing here is they knew they deserved better. Maybe you really truly cared about them, but you were not ready to be solely in a relationship with them at that time. That's what your behavior, the things you're talking to this ex too much, talking about them too much, led them to believe you really were not ready for this relationship. So this relationship just had to come to an end. You know, this death card is not saying that you were dying or they were dying, but the relationship was dying. There was no hope at the time that you guys were together for it to work. If you're not in the relationship, truly in it, and you're hung up on an ex, the best thing is to move on. Yeah. They had the energy to fight for you, but they still knew better, that you really weren't there. Yeah, this relationship was just chaos and upheaval for them. They still feel that when they think of you. Yes, they really liked you, cared about you, but they did not feel that in return from you. Seven of Swords. Yeah, they had you were not being honest about how you felt about them, about your ex. This person really just made the best choice. Queen of Pentacles. And you didn't have the nurturing to give them. So it was obvious from the beginning for them that you really were not there in this. You may have acted like it at times. You maybe even really wanted to be there too. Maybe you wanted both people. Yeah, definitely. Here's, this is telling me of third party intruding on your relationship. They had to leave. No doubt. That's why, this card is for both of these. Clarifies both of them, why they felt betrayed, why they had to go. King of Cups. Seven of Wands. This king knew, this person, being the King of Wands, knew they had to draw a line in the sand, or King of Cups. Even though they emotionally felt for you, they knew they had to draw a line in the sand and protect themselves. They had to say, hey, these are my boundaries. I'm not okay with you stepping out or not being truly in this relationship. Three of Wands. Yeah, they saw that this was really not working out. This was not coming together. Even though there was passion for you both towards each other. But it was a very emotionally lonely feeling being in this relationship for your ex. At times it made them just feel absolutely numb. The Devil. Yes, sir, with the Death card, we get the Devil. They felt that you were definitely stepping out on them, that you had vices. There was just so much telling them that this relationship had to end. They had to go someplace safe to take care of themselves. This was not a healthy situation. Not for them, not for you. Because you were not being honest with yourself that you really wanted to be in this relationship. Maybe you were feeling that you wanted to be here, that you needed the attention of two men or two women or a man and a woman, whatever. You had that need to have your ego fed and stroked. And you just ran in recklessly to this relationship. Eight of Swords. And here you are with the Tower, all this chaos and upheaval. You're not even capable of thinking clearly for yourself right now. Or then. You had yourself feeling all tied up in your head. And they felt that way about you too, but they knew their head was a little bit more clear, and it told them, this is dead. This relationship is dead. Go and be by yourself where things are clear and safe and calm. So they took the leap of faith. Even though you were sneaking around, they took the leap of faith and did what was healthy for them. Yeah, they felt this relationship was just full of illusions. Like, here is a little black cat seeing themselves as a big black panther. Way too much hidden subconscious problems, egos needing to be stroked. So let's get some more cards to clear things up. Let's get this erotic oracle. Relax. Yes, they felt the need to relax. Oh, I want to take a look with the bottom card, something in the back. This relationship, this sums it up. This relationship for you guys was just too much work. It weighed on your back, your shoulders, their neck. Too much. You asked them to put up with too much. And the most important thing they got out of this, like getting away, is relaxing. They needed that desperately. Sexual sacrifice, sacrificing sex for the relationship, bearing sexual problems, settling in sex. Yeah, they were not, they like, I'm not going to sacrifice for this. I mean, they tried for a little while. And they're like, no, it's not supposed to be this way. Foreigner. So we got Capricorn. Sexual encounter during a trip. A lover from a different country or religion. Trip with a lover. So maybe you took a trip with your ex, or maybe you even had a fling with a foreign lover too. So we got Libra here. On the moons with Pisces. Death, so he's got Scorpio. And Capricorn with the Devil. So 2 Capricorn signs. Capricorn energy is strong here. Manifesting. Oh, we got Leo. Manifesting a new lover. Active in dating scene. Love is in the air. So your ex has moved on and is having an active life now. But they do still think about you and think they wanted more and it just wasn't right. You were not ready to give them more. The Queen, more Capricorn energy. Lover with high standards, sex in beautiful, luxurious places. Likes to be surrounded by and be beautiful. So you definitely wanted a lot of things. You wanted everything beautiful and perfect. There's a lot to live up to. Let's get some of the dark messages, some of the dark feelings out that your ex was feeling. I feel you deserve better than me. We can both agree I'm not the right person for you. So, this was how they were feeling. They really wanted to be with you when they were, but it just didn't work. You aren't my priority right now. I am prioritizing myself. So, that is good. This is wonderful. This is why they are having a nice, happy life now, moving on. I'm stuck in 3D and feeling spiritually blocked off from you in 5D. So they are feeling the connections cut off, and which is good because you weren't ready to be with them. Or maybe you did really want to be with them, but you needed your ego stroked. And you know, people do go through phases of like that where they need their ego stroked. They need to have a lot of people telling them they're attractive. I allowed other people and circumstances to influence me and my actions. That's how they felt being in that relationship with you, that it was doing that to them. It was they weren't listening to their own boundaries and what they needed. I'm pretending to be happy to get a reaction out of you. Is it working? So they even tried things, but it just didn't work out between you two. Red hot love. So let's see what this has to say. On standby. This is how they felt in your relationship when they were with you, that they were just on standby, waiting for you to come home, waiting for you to want to be with them. And you were having it all. That's how they felt. You had it all. They were on standby for you. Attunement. And they had to readjust their thinking. Because there was no way you were going to respect them with the way they were at that time. And this relationship was just full of crap for them. And it was for you too. You needed to have your ego stroked. So you really shouldn't have. I do feel that you cared about them. Picture perfect. This came up reversed. So there was no way this was picture perfect. You wanted things to seem that way. Secrets. But you had your secrets to keep, you know. And that's all right, you know. And they know that now, that you just weren't ready for this commitment, this relationship. Even though it was painful. You know, we all are at the stage we're at. So when you are, they have moved on and they're happy. They do, you know, think about you from time to time, but it's very painful. So the kindest thing you could do is to let them go. Don't come back to them unless you are really healed and ready to be with just one person. Don't need to have your ego stroked. You know, they're not serious with anybody right now, but they're in a better place. So I hope you, pile 3, I hope all of you enjoyed your readings and got whatever information you needed. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And take care of yourselves and your family. I'm sending you all lots of love, kisses and hugs, and many blessings to all of you. Bye.